focus today on David and the 400 men that came to him with their families. Why and how did they come? How did he manage them? What made them stay? How did they end? What lessons can I draw today from the life of David and his men? These questions lead me to 1 Samuel 22 verse 1 to 3. David therefore departed thence and escaped to the cave Adullam. And when his brethren and all his father's house heard it, they went hither to him. Everyone that was in distress, and everyone that was in debt, and everyone that was discontented gathered themselves unto him. He became a captain over them, and there were with him about 400 men. First of all, I have good reason to think that David was a great guy with a very likable personality and friendly mien. How else do you think he became such friends with Jonathan that we all learned? It is my belief that these characteristics had become so woven into his character that he had become him, so that if you paused to examine why his father's family and the other people who came to meet him came and why he accepted them, you find that there was mutual admiration and respect. They saw beyond what Saul was painting about David, and David also saw beyond what their present circumstances, which most of us would have dwelt upon and informed their decision to have nothing to do with such people were. As a result, there was a mutual admiration and respect on both sides, which informed their decision to go to him and his decision to accept them. Another reason why his family and other people came to him and why he accepted them was that they shared values and beliefs. In the core of their beings, there was similarities. They had plenty in common, and people with similar qualities gravitate towards each other. It is said that birds of the same feather flock together. So do people with common grounds connect. They had common grounds in their values, and the third thing I find is that there was an emotional connection and understanding. This is where I believe the supernatural dimension to their connection was most prevalent. We normally do not choose to or not to feel a certain way. So how did the obvious and mutual emotional connection they all shared come about? Something beyond them was at work in them, and that must have been there was loyalty and shared experiences. First of all, David's hideout was not public knowledge, so for them to know it and not go to the king with information they all knew would pay to have speaks of allegiance. There was mutual loyalty and shared experiences. They had come a long way together, and that counted for something. Finally, selflessness at the root of all such deep, genuine, and covenant human interrelationships that has or will stand the test of time, that has stood or will stand the test of time, must be selflessness, putting the needs of others ahead of you. David forgot the time, being that he had to stay alive and become king and provide leadership and provision for this horde, which was something they needed. They, on the other hand, could risk their lives and enter into enemy territory to fulfill David's wish. That was how he maintained lifelong relationships with people and left them better than he met them. That was the secret of his life. That was how even he was at the lowest level of his life, he had a horde of 400 men who surrounded him, putting their lives on the line to see him become all that God had called him to become. Plant the same seed, harvest the same flowers, repeat the same recipe, savor and delights. Repeat the same recipe, savor the delights. Want the same results as David? Be like David. God bless you, my friend. Brother Ikoni, I regularly journal my quiet time thoughts online.